They'll start on the ground here on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. What do they have for this? Third and 11. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
17 at the 33-yard line.
On the option left, it's Burrow. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 48 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 13. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taking it about the 16. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jets 21, Patriots nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So That's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The Jets take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Patriots are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He gets this to Thornton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jets 28, Patriots 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown, Jets. Quez Watkins, 41 yards. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's
touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Patriots 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Bust through the tackle. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
126 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Whoa. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
The 37-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.